Hello YouTube, thank you for checking my video out. This is my first official Pandora video, and I've been a collector for about 10 years now, and one of my favorite pastimes is watching Pandora collection videos on YouTube. So I've been inspired by so many other ladies who have shared their collection, and I decided to share my collection as well. I get inspired by other collection videos, how to design my bracelets, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I first decided to shoot or film my first video with my Disney Pandora collection. It's not very large. I just started making the bracelet approximately about 3 years ago, and I decided that every time I visit Disney, I will purchase a charm. So it's taken about 3 years for me to come up with my bracelet, which I want to start another one, but that will be in the future. So I'm going to first start off by my bracelet. It's a 7.9 silver snake chain, and I've had this bracelet for some time. It's not a Disney clasp bracelet, but it's just their traditional iconic barrel clasp with two little safety chains in the middle. Not safety chains, but clips. I started off by definitely using a safety chain, which I recommend for everyone to invest in, considering the amount of money that we spend to make our Pandora bracelets, and we want them to last a lifetime. We don't want to have any risk of losing any charms. So my first design idea, when I think of Disney, I remember, you know, as a child, I just remember the blue, the stars, the magic hat, just the blue, white, and silver theme bracelets, and that's what I really wanted to go by. So I first started off by using a clip at the end, and this is in addition to my safety chain. Sorry for the filming, but I decided to go with the cosmic clip, which basically is a little clip that has little stars on it, which I thought would be perfect for my Disney theme. And I'm sorry if I don't have the exact names of the beads. Hopefully in my future videos I will come up, you know, I'll get the names so that way I'll be, you know, calling them by their correct name. The second is a pave heart CZ, and I just like it because it's very sparkly. It shows my you know, my love for Disney, so I just think it added, you know, matched very nicely with the stars in the clip. My next charm, oops, I have it backwards, is one of my favorite characters, and that's Thumper. And I just, you know, the two movies that I remember as a child was Bambi and Dumbo. So when I saw that these characters came to life in a charm, I immediately had to buy one. So I just visited Disney this past spring, and I loaded up on some charms. But I love his little, like, his face is so detailed, his little paws, his ears, and just like his eyes. It just looks so much like the character that we've seen in the movie. And of course his little cottontail and his little hawks, little rabbit hawks. I love rabbits. I actually have 2 of them. So rabbits I love to collect on my Pandora charms as well. The next one is the Snow White, and I purchased this also in Disney with my my recent trip, and this is Snow White kissing her Prince Charming, and on the side it says love's first kiss. And I love the detail, how the outer rim is all CZs. We have a beautiful picture of Snow White and her Prince Charming, and then of course on the sides with the little heart that cutouts that we see in all the other radiant charms. My first clip charm, this is a Disney. I bought this as a pair with Minnie on the other end. So this is a CZ Mickey clip charm, which I like as it keeps all your charms stable. The next one is not part of a Disney collection, but I thought it would fit perfectly with this theme, and it's from one of their earlier Celestial, I believe, or Star collections. It's basically a beautiful blue pave heart charm with little star cutouts And you can, and I just think it just goes so nicely with the Disney theme. I thought it would just match perfectly. The next is a blue champagne spacer. CZ's beautiful. And my next one is the Disney charm that they come out every year with the year, and I find these very sentimental. I try to collect every one when I visit Disney, and fortunately this year was a light blue, so I think it would fit very well with the blue theme. It has little cutout stars. Once again, matches the celestial charms, and then Cinderella's castle in the front. The next one I couldn't wait to purchase, and this is Cinderella's Castle. It's a Parks exclusive, I believe, and it says, yeah, Walt Disney World on the bottom. So these charms you can only purchase on Disney properties, and it's Cinderella's Castle, and I thought it would be a perfect showcase in the middle station because, you know, with their movies, every Disney movie, it opens up with fireworks above Cinderella's Castle. And I decided to place this in the middle. The next one is one of my favorites. These are one of the first Disney charms I purchased at Disney World. And it says Wishes with the blue enamel charm with little tiny stars in it. I think I like to remember them as like fireworks. You know, at the end of when the park closes and they have the Cinderella's castle all lit up with fireworks. So this just kind of reminds me, I like how these two charms fit together very well. Like these little fireworks and next to Cinderella's castle. Next is another blue champagne spacer. And I've used these other charms and other bracelets, but I decided to add it to my Disney. And the last is an CZ charm with little Mickey cutouts. And once again, very, I love the detail that goes into these charms. And I know, I just think it looks really nice. It's so pretty. And then my other clip is Minnie with her CZ face with little red or pink CZs in her bow. And once again, I love adding clips because it adds to your design, but also helps with balancing your bracelets so you don't risk any stretching or, you know, God forbid, you know, breaking your charm. So I always add clips to my bracelets. The next was this was a gift from my husband for my birthday, and I believe this is the Star Radiant charm. It's beautiful. It's actually part of their winter theme, so there's like a little snowflake there, but you can always think that it's a star. But this is one of my all-time favorite. My husband gave it to me for my birthday, and I love wearing this, sometimes by itself on a bangle, or just alone, or even on a Pandora necklace. It's really stunning. I love this charm. And I don't think I've lost any CZs. It's hard to see, but I don't know if it's because of the design that I see these little black marks. I don't know if they're like missing CZs, which I hope they're not. You can't really tell unless you're really looking. But in any event, I still love this charm, and it's very sentimental to me. And my final dangle is, I had to get when I visited Disney, is the Dumbo charm. And Dumbo was probably the second movie I've seen. I remember I was 5 or 6 years old, and my parents took us to see Dumbo. Or maybe it was Bambi and then Dumbo. But in any event, Dumbo is just very nostalgic for me, for my childhood. And I think Disney, or Pandora, I should say, did a wonderful job bringing out the details of our beloved Dumbo with the pink enamel ears, his little blue cape, and his little beanie on the top of his head. And just a very nostalgic charm and very well made. And on top it says Dumbo. So I think this is a must for any collection. It's really a really sweet charm. And then lastly, I have a little blue pave heart. And I think I just added that just to kind of balance the blue theme. and I try to space out my dangles. Beautiful blue pave heart that I've actually used in other charms. Like usually I do like a July 4th bracelet with red, white, and blue. So I've purchased a couple of these pave hearts just because I think they're so interchangeable, and you can always use on other bracelets as well. And finally, I have another clip, which I probably didn't really need because I have the safety chain, and didn't really matter because I had an open, kind of open charm at the end. But I think I like symmetry with my bracelets. It's very hard for me not to have balance, and I think that's one of my downfalls because it makes me buy 2 of everything, which I'm sure Pandora is happy about. But I don't know, I think it just adds a nice balance to the bracelet and matching. I just like to have the ends match, and it just looks very symmetrical to me. And then my safety chain hearts, and this is the barrel clasp. Okay, so this is my first video showcasing one of my favorite bracelets, and that's my Disney bracelet. However, I have 3 other charms that I tried to add to that bracelet, but I'm having a hard time designing. So if you have any suggestions on how to put these charms, I would love to see if you can comment below. My other beloved charm is Bambi, so I had to get the Bambi and Thumper, and I think they would like to be next to each other on their bracelet, but I don't know, I'm going to have to try to figure that out. But I love the Bambi charm, so precious with their little spots. And I believe is that a butterfly? I'm not too sure. That she's reaching back to kiss, and her little colt legs, little skinny legs. And very happy with the detail. Oh, sorry. Very new at this. And that's the other side. So this is one of my favorites, probably besides Thumper and Dumbo. And when I was down in just a few weeks ago, they released another park exclusive, and that's the Walt Disney with Mickey, and I had to get. So I was so excited to get this charm. Pandora on one side, it has CZs on the top, and on the other side, I believe it says Disney Parks, Disney charm. Now, to be honest, I was a little disappointed in this charm, only because it's very light compared to, say, even like the Bambi. It's a very light charm, and the detail is nice. I just think it was a little bit more heavier because it's a very light charm, and there's so much detail in this tiny piece that I think it gets lost, when you're looking at it. But there's Walt Disney, okay, with his little suit on, and then of course holding Mickey's hand, which is the iconic nostalgic picture of Walt Disney with Mickey. And I just had to get it because I just think it's one of those charms that, being a Disney fan, I just think this is just a nice little charm. But I just wish it was a little bit more bigger. And this is the back, and there's even some little creases on Walt Disney's sports jacket. And then I love the little Mickey, how he's standing with his little arm on the side on his hip. Nothing on the bottom, but everything else, once again, is on a CZ dangle with Disney on one side and the Pandora logo on the other. And finally, my last little dangle that I didn't know where to put in the bracelet is my little blue heart. Now, this is not a Disney charm, but because I went with a Disney star theme, I think this would add a very nice element to the bracelet, but once again, I don't know where to put it. So, I don't know. I'll just kind of play around. Now, because, I tend to like my bracelets to be color schemed, like, blue or pinks or purples. I do love the other Disney charms, especially Tinkerbell. I was thinking about starting a Tinkerbell bracelet with Ariel with the mermaid theme, because that's more of like a green mint theme. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. I plan to make more videos in the future, so if you want to come by and stop by, I'll be more than happy. And please leave a comment below on how I could change my little bracelet here. Okay, thank you for watching.